Yeah, they do. Yeah, and they're good. They give joy.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you need to increase your vibrations, your energy, you just need to look at your garden. Yeah,
Yeah, that I do.
perfect. Well, I'm glad you can make it. So this is going to be recorded. If you want to watch it later on and watch parts of it, you can. So this masterclass is all about the struggles that we had with food when we were a kid. So I ran a poll yesterday in terms of, let me just admit someone. What's one memory you had with food growing up? And the two main ones is one is the clean plate girl, which is I have to finish all the food on my plate, even when I was full, and now I can't stop eating. And the second one is the comfort food girl, which is food made me feel safe, safe and loved. And I still eat when I'm sad or stressed. So in this session, it's not about blame. It's not about, oh, this is how we were back then. It's all about understanding how we were and how do we heal that version of us so that we can have like a healthy relationship with food. You guys would agree? So I'm curious for you guys. I have a little icebreaker. When you were little, what was your favorite treat?
I've got one.
Yes?
Honey sandwiches.
Honey sandwiches. What did that look like?
Fresh bread. It always came in paper, and sometimes it was warm when you bought it.
Mm,
And butter and honey. And that would be my treat to have a honey sandwich. I was very
nice.
well known for my honey sandwiches in amongst my brothers.
Nice. Okay. Honey sandwiches. That's the first time I've heard of this. Is it an Aussie thing?
My daughter has it every day at school still.
With what? With Wonder Bread, with white bread.
Yeah, white bread,
With
butter.
Fluffy one.
with the sides or with no sides? With the crust? No crust.
No, with the crusts.
With
I
the
like
crust. Oh, there you go.
every bit that I could have. And if you left it, it become crystallized. So if you left it, say you're at school, the honey had
Yeah,
become crystallized and it tastes even better.
there you go. So you wouldn't get in trouble by your parents, right? So if your parents checked, hey, you didn't eat your lunch, you're like, I'm trying to crystallize the honey in the sandwich so it tastes better tomorrow.
Yeah, I always ate my lunch if it was honey sandwiches or Devon and sauce.
Good old Devon and sauce.
Devon and sauce sandwich.
Devon and mayo. I love it.
Yeah. Devon and tomato sauce for
Oh
lunch.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, who else? So, hey Caroline, good morning. So the little icebreaker is when you were little, what was your favorite treat?
Okay, mine was similar, but it was bread with jam and cream. So like a scone,
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
fluffy white bread,
interesting.
Mm.
Jam and jam and
jam
cream.
and cream. Yeah.
Strawberry jam.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'd have raspberry, but strawberry was the go.
And how did it make you feel when you had it afterwards?
Felt like I used to eat it. I remember eating it really fast because I think, and if, as a younger adult, I'd do the same. I'd buy it for myself, like I'd buy myself a loaf of bread and
Yeah.
and I'd eat it fast because of the guilt. So it's like get it down quick before my brain kicks in and says you shouldn't have that.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you? How old were you then?
Well, when I used to have it at home, obviously as a kid, all the way through as a kid,
Yeah.
it's a treat when I'd go to grandma's or whatever. We'd make it
Yeah.
ourselves. But
Yeah.
the guilt kicked in when I became a bigger kid, when I was big,
Mm,
and I was like, I shouldn't have this, and I know I shouldn't have this.
yeah.
So I'd eat it really fast. So
Yeah.
it's like, But yeah, I loved it, but I had so much guilt around it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did we have that because did you fear someone was looking, or did you like why were we eating it really quick?
Think it was like me. It was a me thing. If others were having it, I'd eat it slow. But if it
Yeah.
was a treat I was preparing for myself,
Mm,
I'd eat it fast because I knew I shouldn't have it. It
yeah.
was like that's bad, really fluffy bread, cream on it, like
Yeah. Yeah.
I yeah, beat myself up about it. So I'd eat it real quick, really enjoy it,
Yes.
and and then pay out on myself.
It's because there's a consequence, right? You're
Mm.
like, if I eat this slower, then I'm gonna keep feeling the longer the guilt
Yeah,
will
that's
last.
right. Yeah, I was getting rid of the pain real quick.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
no,
curious,
yeah.
even though we ate it quick, did it change how long the guilt lasted?
No, didn't actually.
Mm,
The guilt was still there. It was more about, I think the eating it quick was that my conscious brain wouldn't kick in time and say, you know what, you can have half
yes.
of these and put the other half away. So
Yes.
it was that instant gratification. Get it in, get it quick before your brain tells you, and then you actually pay attention to what your brain's telling you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyone else relates to that?
Yeah, me when I started to get the food addiction with stress, I did exactly the same thing. So I literally used to consume it like breathing.
Mm.
I
Mm,
would eat it very fast.
mm. That's
Yeah.
interesting. We eat.
Sometimes I wouldn't make it to a plate. It would be just in the fridge and I'd see it there and I'd think I'm just going to grab that and throw it in my mouth. It was just that quick.
Mari, why do you guys think people do that? Where we use food as oxygen. We just like scoff it down.
I think if it made you feel better once when you did it,
Yeah.
you just presume it'll make you feel better every time, even if it was only that once that it worked.
So what I can hear is sometimes when you have whatever that is, you would feel okay, but then sometimes you would feel not okay, like feel bad, feel guilty. Yeah,
Sometimes it's even like punishment.
yeah.
When I self-sabotage, it's I use the treats almost as punishment, and it's because I know it's not a good choice.
Yeah.
And then that, yeah, it's like I justify why I'm feeling shit. Excuse my French. Yeah.
No, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Why do you feel like back then we use that version of you used that as a punishment?
That's not even a back then. That creeps in now. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
I'm
we're
not,
trying
I'm
to shift
not
away from that old version of us.
I'd like to be away from that version of myself. Yeah, true. But
Yeah,
now, I'm being realistic that that's not, it's still there. It still creeps in from time to time.
always going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
The
happened
the
to me last night. I'd been going really well all week. And last night I come home, I'd actually went to the gym, but there was a lot of emotion because I was running late all night and all these things happened. And I went home and I just consumed. I started off, I'll have one. So I bought these Easter eggs in a bag weeks ago. Someone told me to treat myself, so I bought this bag of Easter eggs and I thought I'll just have one every now and then. And I ended up eating about four. And then I just kept going back. And it was just before night, and I knew it was all about emotions. I knew that I was upset and I was nearly crying when I come home.
Cool.
So definitely an emotional response.
Massive, yeah. I mean, there's one thing for us to be aware that we're doing this thing, but then there's another thing where we're conscious about changing that emotion.
Yeah.
So being aware of it is not enough, right? It's about having the tools. Once you're aware of it, how do we shift that emotion? Just like what Janine was saying, everyone has that little tiny version of us inside of us that wants to go, it's okay. Just go back to how you used to be. Just eat your jam and cream scones. Just eat your honey sandwiches. Just eat whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable in the moment. But
It's
it's all
almost
about
it's almost like childlike, I would say, a childlike state. Because
yes,
that's what I'm feeling, a childlike state where you just go, no, I deserve this. I'm gonna have it. Yeah.
yeah,
That was me yesterday. The rebel in me was like, I went to the doctor and got the results of all my blood tests, and they said, "Oh, you're back to being pre-diabetic." And before I went in, I'd felt really off, so I went and got a packet of those Dairy chocolate balls, and
Mhm.
I'd only had one before I went to the doctor just because I was feeling dizzy and stuff. And then she's telling me, diet and exercise, blah, blah, blah. And I went out and I'm like, oh, now they want me to quit sugar again. So I ate the whole bag. And it was like, they're going to take it away from me. And
yeah,
I know, and I'm sitting there driving, eating and
yeah,
going, I can just hear Nigel going, now what? Like I could just hear a little Nigel on my shoulder and I'm going, shut up, Nigel. Like
What
I'm
did I
gonna finish
say?
this bag. I'm finishing this bag and I know it's a bad choice, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
And then you must be, a different Nige, because that's what I wouldn't have said.
No, I know.
The things that I've taught you guys, right, is as
Mm.
humans, as a child, in order for us to create a strong habit that lasts forever, it's all about praise, not punishment.
Yeah.
That's why when we see the doctors, you feel like this anticipation anxiety, you feel like you're going to get punished all the time. So in that moment, as your doctor, if I was your doctor, rather than focusing on what you're doing wrong, focus on what you're doing right and allow you to ask yourself, how can we improve from that? Rather than saying, hey, you can't eat this because this is what's going to happen. Our brain goes, well, I'll show you, right? I'll eat the whole bag.
I think I was cranky because I'd said to her, oh, so I've lost 3.5 kilos in the last few weeks.
Mm.
And I jumped on her scales and she wrote it in. She goes, oh no, the last time that you recorded your weight was like less than what I am now. And I'm like, oh, I just told you I'm working hard at this and I'm
Yeah,
getting somewhere,
yeah,
but it's still bigger than, I
yeah.
was frustrated.
That makes sense. If anyone remembers what I talked to you guys about bidding for connection, do you guys remember what that was? Michelle, do you remember what that was?
I think so. Yeah, is that where you might have, someone takes you out for coffee and
Yeah,
they want to have like a scone or a piece of
yeah,
cake,
yeah.
and then you don't want to, but they're bidding for your attention. So you go, okay, it's okay to
To
share
have
it. And so
yeah,
that's the compromise, is so that you're both then, um, yeah, getting benefit. Well, I suppose not benefit, but getting that connection. Yeah,
yeah. You're enjoying the connection with that person, right?
yeah,
It's not so much per se the food. The food is just the outlet of bidding for that connection.
yeah,
In the context of what Nirvana was explaining just before with the doctor, she was bidding for connection, saying, hey, doc, I lost 3.5 kilos the last couple of weeks. Look at me. And rather than the doctor turning towards the connection, saying, amazing, what else can we continue focusing on? They turn against that, right? So then what happens is our amygdala, our brain, our emotional brain goes, roger that. So the next time I tell them good news, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to tell them good news. Because then we get afraid of being hurt again, emotionally hurt.
Yeah.
So that applies with everything that in terms of food. We're going to dive into our first exercise. Okay, so this one is called Little Me. It's going to be the little version of you. I've taught you guys this before. This exercise. It's called a mind movie. Anyone heard of a mind movie?
Imagine.
Right. So a mind movie is us remembering a memory in the past, and this time we're going to rewrite the script. Because with our memories, how it works is we have an experience in life. Then those experiences get stored in a memory in our part of our brain called your basal ganglia. Now, with that memory, it only gets stored as a memory, or let me rephrase that. It only gets stored for you remembering it based on how strong the emotion is. So what that means is, in terms of, if you think about memories about food, we've just done a little icebreaker, right? Little exercise of, think about a time, what's your favorite treat? The strongest emotion we felt was guilt. The sense of hiding was like ashamed of eating it, rather than it being a positive emotion. Would you guys agree? So what we're going to do now is you can completely change that memory by changing the emotion. You can completely do that. It rewires our brain, but it comes down to being intentional in doing so. So who would like to heal that version of us? Yeah. So we're going to do it now. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to close your eyes if you're not driving. Think of a moment when food felt hard as a child.
And it felt what?
Felt hard as a child. Maybe being told to finish everything, being upset and given sweets, being told you can't waste food, not allowed to say I'm full. Just picture it softly, like watching a movie from far away. Notice how little you felt. Was she sad? Scared? Lonely? Trying to be good? Now, imagine the same moment, but this time you walk into the scene as the grown version of you. You kneel next to little you. You give her a hug and say, it's okay. You're allowed to stop. Your feelings matter. Let her see you strong, calm, loving. Now I want you guys to play the scene again with a new ending. Little you smiles. She feels safe. She knows she doesn't need food to fix her feelings. See, when you change an old memory in your mind, your brain stores it like a new memory. This helps your body stop repeating the old pattern. And when you guys are ready, you guys can open your eyes. How did it land with you?
I went to sleep.
I need more practice and I need to do it kid-free.
No, this is good if because the kids are watching you right now.
Yeah, but Anara just tried to wake me up thinking I was asleep. And I said, he told me to close my eyes. And then Kinley came in because he was hungry and like,
Yeah,
oh.
I understand.
The,
Yes,
big-
we'll
the
practice
biggest
that.
emotion, the biggest emotion for me would have to be over the years. I think I would say I deserve this because I was in a lot of pain, emotional pain. So I just say I deserve this. And if I couldn't have it, I'd be like a child going, "Oh, I'm missing out." Like, like I was throwing a tantrum. So yeah,
It was the little you that was doing that, not you.
yeah, almost like a child.
What about you, Janine?
I really struggled with it, to be honest. Not because there's so much there. That getting past all the not nice emotions, the sadness and the guilt and um, competitive. I grew up with brothers, so
Yeah.
and I think for me, all those memories were me in the mirror. Not
Mm,
liking who I was,
yeah,
being bigger than them. And yeah, just not pleasant. So yeah, struggled with that.
I get that. How do you feel this exercise we just did can help you slowly heal that version of us?
Um, oh, I get it. It's not that I don't get it. I think it's the time. It's a practice. It's trying to be kind, and I'm not good at being kind to myself. So when the emotion comes up, it's
Uh,
about either sitting with it, and it's not nice sitting with it. It's uncomfortable. So
yeah,
it's trying to get past the uncomfortable and let it
yeah,
be. Just let it be. So yeah, I find it a challenge.
I get that. I ran a different workshop around discomfort. If you guys can remember it,
Mm.
what do we do when there's discomfort?
We find
What do most people do when there's discomfort?
yeah, we either run from it or hide from it, or
They avoid it.
yeah,
They avoid discomfort thinking that it's going to go away.
yeah,
Doesn't go away. Most people avoid it because it's safe. Escape doesn't mean safety. Sitting in the discomfort is actually safety. When you realize you can sit in the discomfort and then tell yourself, I am safe in this moment. Just like the exercise that we just did. We didn't focus on the emotion. We didn't focus on the guilt. We didn't focus on the shame. We focus on the little you.
but for me, little you had all that.
Yeah,
So I was focusing on it because it's hard to get past it, because that's what little me felt,
yeah,
and it's me
I
feel
get
like
that.
it now when I think about it.
It's about being there for the little you. So if it feels a little bit more challenging trying to do it for yourself, then think about it this way. If your little you was anyone in your family, you would be there for them.
Yeah.
It can be challenging to be there for ourselves, but it makes it easy. It feels easier, right, when we're there for someone else. So if we can visualize that as your little you can be for someone else, but actuality, it's still you. The practice is still, you're still doing the practice.
Yes.
Would you say to that little version of you that quote unquote isn't you, hey, I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you to be emotional. I've got things to do. No, you would say, you know what? I'm taking the time, even if it's 2 minutes. Literally took us 2 minutes just to do that. Is that too much, you guys feel?
No, again, I agree.
Mm.
What about you, Michelle? How did that land with you doing that exercise?
Yeah, it was good. Like like what you were saying, yeah. You were very supportive. It was like it was somebody else. And that's what I would have done for them, saying it's okay, you're safe, all of that sort of stuff, which you just don't say to yourself. Yeah. So no, it was good.
Yeah. But now you're actually saying it to yourself because it is
Yeah.
the little you.
Yeah, that's right. But it's so much easier to help other people than it is to help
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's actually like the stepping stone between I am, when we practice the I am statements, focus on you've got the external, which is your little you. And then once you're consistent in practicing that with your little version of you, then you can start practicing I am, the I am state, versus you're telling the little version of you as you are safe. Now you start to embody that version of you. So next exercise, this one's a cute one. Everyone have a pen and paper? You guys can either put it into your phone, or if you guys want to grab a piece of pen and paper. So this one is called Dear Little Me. The first exercise was a movie. This one, you're going to write a letter to your little version of you. What you're going to do is you're going to write a short note to the little girl inside you who tried her best with food. And you're going to start off with, Dear little me. You did nothing wrong. And I want you guys to create your own sentences. I'll give you one example. You didn't know another way.
When we talk about little us, I never had a problem with food until late teenage me. So can I write to teenage me?
Sure. Yeah. Nirvana, just so you're aware, whether it became conscious during your teenage years, that programming was already built within way before that. It just became conscious, as in we were aware of it during our teenage years.
I think because I developed food problems around trauma that I experienced at 13.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I don't have any memories of food or favorite treats or anything from before that.
Oh, good. Once you've written one or two sentences, you're going to create a new paragraph. And now you're going to create one new truth you want her to leave now. Example would be, we are safe without finishing everything. Food doesn't control us anymore. Once you create that, you guys can share one new truth that you've just written down. Did you go, Caroline?
Oh my goodness, I went to sleep.
Yeah. What are we stuck on?
Just what to write.
In terms of like a new truth that you would say to her?
Yeah.
Think about, let's say, our past struggles with, let's say, example would be snacking. Could be snacking during dinner, could be snacking after dinner.
Mhm.
Do we feel some type of emotion that's low vibrational? Meaning, is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it disappointment? When we eat, after we eat those snacks, if we feel those emotions, what's one new truth that you can say to your little you and say about snacking?
Yeah, I guess you just we don't need to snack for to numb your emotions. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Are we trying to numb our emotions? Do you feel that little you would try to numb their emotions when they're snacking?
Yeah.
Okay. How can we phrase it in a way where we don't say do not or don't? Any word that says has not, it's not going to register as effective. So how can we frame it in a way that she will understand? Because the blockage, the emotional blockage, is numbing emotions. Obviously, what you want her to feel is feel emotions. Cool. What's one way you can say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna give you the answer. You are safe to feel emotions while you snack. You, it's not about suppressing the emotion, and it's also not about guilt tripping that version of you of snacking. It's about making sure that that version of you feels emotionally safe when they snack. Because in that moment of trying to numb or trying to not feel emotion, our brain doesn't think logically until it feels safe. So once your brain feels safe, then you can go, okay, do you still want to eat this snack? Then your prefrontal cortex, your logical brain, will kick in and say, no, I don't necessarily need to eat this snack because I feel safe. I don't need to numb my emotions, right? How does that land with you?
Yeah, no, that all sort of makes sense. Yeah, it's just sort of, I don't know, wording it. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. The key thing is providing emotional safety first before anything. Once you do that, then you can think logically. You can't, there's a saying, you can't approach someone with emotion or with logic. Same as if someone's logical, you're approaching them with emotion. If someone is approaching you with emotion, you have to meet emotional safety and then slowly build up into logic. What about you, Olivia? How are you feeling?
Yeah, mine is more. So if I can read you the good one, dear little me, we are safe. Food no longer controls us. We now eat good and healthy food so that our body is happy. So it's like speaking to a child. You know, if I imagine talking to my child, a little
Yeah,
one, I said, I think when you're a child, you focus a lot more on happiness, not so much healthy food. So
correct.
it's
Yes.
it's sort of putting two and two together to say, we have the choice, like, we can now eat good and healthy food rather than, when my parents, I'm not saying my parents didn't cook good food, they did, my mom did, but it's a
Yeah,
lot of chocolates around because parents constantly fight and they know that, kids are also emotionally involved, sort of things. So it's like, oh, here's
correct.
a bar of chocolate.
Yes.
It's okay. Go and have some chocolate,
Yeah,
could watch
yeah,
TV. So it's always been that sort of comfort. Chocolate and TV. Go and sit in front of it. Have this chocolate.
yeah,
Well, to me, like when you talk to a child, it's like, we can actually eat good food, like good, healthy food, so our body is happy, and
yeah,
you don't have to explain anything, but our body's happy. So it's like
yeah.
telling with
Maybe you can,
excitement, you know.
yeah, just
That's
label
my
it as, I believe this is Nirvana's, I could be wrong. There's cranky food and there's happy food. So if we label it in that way, right, where it's like, hey, you guys want to eat happy food or cranky food? They're not going to be like, I want to eat cranky food.
that's a good way actually.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why McDonald's is so smart. They label it as Happy Meal. Very smart. So yes, label it as happy food rather than cranky food. Or maybe tired food or sleepy food, right? Maybe not cranky food because it creates fear against not having, let's say, KFC, right? Because then you go, oh my God, someone's going to get cranky if I eat this food. Tell you what, you'll feel sleepy when you eat KFC, right? So it's all about discernment of what's the difference. Okay, we're going to do a final exercise before we wrap up. This one is another playful one. This is your playful rhyme. So now you're going to pick one old rule from childhood that you have either been programmed, conditioned, taught, you heard it from someone. It could be a good girl. Don't waste food. You got to clean all your plate up. Otherwise, you're not getting out of this chair. So that's the old rule. Now, what I want you guys, once you have the old rule, what I want you guys to do is you're going to create your kids' rhyme. So I'll give you an example. I stop when I'm done. Eating is fun. Janine, this is your exercise. I made this one specifically for you. So what rule, or what rhyme rather, are you going to create? Once you've done your rhyme, you can share. It's interesting, right? As a kid, we would create this so quickly. Our little self would just go, that's easy, mom, or that's easy. I'll just do it. It'll be this rhyme straight away.
Right. You don't need sweets. There are other treats.
Nice. Okay. Are you able to phrase that differently, Nirvana, without saying don't? It was good, but just how our brain is register things, it doesn't register don't or not.
Mm.
Were you, Janine?
I've got a song in my head, and I'm struggling to change the words, so that's kind of, I haven't quite worked out what I want to say in it, to be honest.
Right.
I want it to be about the fact that that's happy. So, that the joy of food rather than making it good and bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got the happy song from what's the movie?
Oh.
That
You
not the
see?
Trolls. Yeah. I love that song. But I'm
Which
like
one?
I'm trying to,
Which
what's
one's
that?
this one?
I think it's from Trolls.
Trolls.
That,
I haven't watched
yeah,
it. No.
yeah. It's Justin Timberlake, I think.
Ah, yes, 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 yes. I know what you meant. Yes, that melody.
It's boppy, and it's
Yes,
like,
yes,
and it makes me smile, if and that's what
yes.
that's what I want to do. I want to be able to
What is it?
smile.
What does it do to you?
It
What
makes me happy. Yeah, it does. It genuinely makes me happy.
puts you in a good mood, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So would you say happy mood puts me in a good mood?
Yeah. And I
Okay.
want for me, I want food to be not good and bad, just is.
Yeah.
Food is just is. I want that freedom of that it's okay to have a piece of cake
Yeah.
and then not feel the guilt, not beat myself up, not have another piece afterwards because I've gone, oh, well,
Yeah.
I want food to just be food.
Yeah.
And it's
When we
just
say
part of life.
when we say is, right? Or how Eckhart Tolle, if you know his work, he calls it isness.
Isness, yeah.
The isness.
Yeah, it just is.
It falls under which state of consciousness?
Knowing.
It's knowing, yeah. Would be knowing.
Knowing, exactly.
Mm.
So what I can hear you say, Janine, is I just want food to be just is.
Just
Cool.
is. That's what I
So
wrote down earlier. I just said
if
food isn't good or bad. It just is. It's
just
just
is.
food. Mm.
So in order for food to be just is, that means we need to shift our mind to be in the knowing.
Mhm.
We can't absorb that information of feeling food is just is if you are in a state of wishful or
Yeah.
hoping.
Yep.
Like I'm hoping food is just is.
Yeah. No, it just is. Mm. Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah.
And how you know is based on how you feel. So what is that feeling of what food is for you?
Say that to me one more time.
If isness is about knowing,
Yep.
and we are in the state of knowing with food just being is, and how to be in the knowing is based on how you feel, how would you feel then? Or
I
how are
want
you feeling?
I want no emotion. No emotion. Not happy, not sad. Just
No.
is. Food's a nothing. It's just a food. Food is energy that sustains a happy life. It just is. Like I want no emotion with it.
But before we mentioned food makes us happy, right?
Sometimes, but it also makes me sad, so I don't want that either.
Right.
I want to just be.
Just
And
be.
food
Okay.
just be. Food just happens to be like the sun. I have to drink. It's like autopilot. It's nice to get joy out of some food, but I personally would rather not have almost any emotion to food. I just want it to be. So I
Yeah.
get freedom. For me, it's freedom is what I'm desperate for freedom
Well,
to
yeah. Well,
just.
freedom is an emotion, right?
Yeah, okay. Well,
It brings it
that's
brings
the
us
emotion.
it brings us peace.
Yes, that's it. That is it. That would be the emotion for me, would be peace.
Okay.
Just be at peace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for us, what I can hear is for us to see food as is to be in a state of knowing, and that feeling of the knowing is feeling peace already in
Still
the
in
moment.
peace. Yeah, that's
Right?
it. Nailed it. Thank you.
All good. Because if food is just like the sun, how frequent do we look at the sun and go, huh,
Yeah, we
it's
don't.
there,
Yeah.
right? But we're constantly looking at food. We're constantly thinking about food, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I just want a sense of peace. That's exactly it. Yeah.
To feel that peace. You don't have to, and ask yourself, do you need to have food in order to feel peace? Like, do you have to go, I'm having food now I'm in peace?
No, I think the positive emotion for me would be I am at peace.
Exactly.
Just there.
Yes. I love that. Let's do two more before we wrap up. Will be Michelle.
I wrote, I will stop when I'm done. Oh no, hang on. When I'm full, I will stop or I will go pop.
I love it.
Because sometimes I'll eat and I feel sick afterwards. I go, why do you
Yeah.
do that? You know, why? Like, you enjoyed it, but yeah,
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. So we eat so we don't pop.
Yeah.
That's also a just side note for you guys. That's also a soothing mechanism when people would eat a lot of food because it numbs our, not numbs, what one, it does numb our emotions because now all the blood from our brain is rushing to our digestive system.
Mm.
It has to break down food. So now you feel like, oh my God, I feel so sick. I'm lightheaded. I can't think because I ate so much, right? So some people use that as a soothing mechanism.
Some people say they're in a food coma.
I would say that, especially during Christmas time, right? You eat, you fall asleep, you come back, you go, okay, I'll have another plate. All right, let's do one more. Who's got their rhyme?
Just wanted to say, Janine, I totally agree with you. I like your idea to just, have food. The idea of having food to just be. Association, good food, bad food, you eat it anyway.
Yeah.
So I've got something for you that maybe could go with what you just said. Good feast, be at peace.
Nice. I love it.
Ooh,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for
Olivia,
sharing, though. That makes sense.
you're so
Yeah.
good at that. Are you a songwriter?
I wish.
What was it, Olivia? Good.
Good feast, be at
Ah,
peace.
well done.
Yes.
I took inspiration too, and I made it. Food is fuel. Let's do something cool.
I love it. All good, Caroline. See you later.
And I found that song too, that troll song.
Yeah, it's great, right?
It's
Can't fight
like
this
something about
feeling.
dancing.
I got the
dancing,
feeling.
dancing.
Yeah, that's it.
I got the feeling. That's
Yeah.
it.
Inside my
Ah.
soul.
No, when you go for a walk, it's just,
Yeah.
I just picture Janine just going for a strut playing that song.
Just going to.
Well, the sun's out. There you go.
I went out earlier.
I love it. So, ladies, how do you feel now in comparison to before doing this masterclass?
Feel a lot better. I think a bit more at peace, actually.
Mm,
I think especially with Christmas coming up, like you say, we always overeat. So let's not
yes.
feel bad about it, just keep that rhyme.
Yeah.
Good feast, be at peace. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of happy. It's happy,
Yeah.
sort of association to it. Mm.
It's about interrupting because your brain knows what emotion you're going to have next. They know, oh, you're about to eat something, whatever you've labeled it as. Then if it's a negative emotion, you got to interrupt that negative emotion already. Straight away, you say your rhyme. I'm at peace, or whatever it was. Good peace, at peace. So it's about that pattern interruption. And the more that you be in the isness, being in the knowing, feeling at peace, then that's all that matters. Okay. See you, Nirvana. Ladies, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this masterclass. How are you guys feeling, Michelle?
Yeah, that was good.
Awesome. What's one takeaway that you can apply for this week?
Mine's about, the full plate. So I'm I like the good feast, be at peace, and it's okay to stop. So mine's, save it for tomorrow. So, so I think you just got to listen. You just got to listen to your body. And when you're full, even though it is beautiful and you're enjoying it, your body's telling you it's full, so stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop or I'll pop.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. I like
And you
that.
don't realize how much from your childhood, all
Massive.
those things that, I never had food issues. Like I was the skinniest little kid, there was around, they thought I needed to be fed more,
Mm.
So I never had food issues, as a kid.
Yeah.
But, obviously that's where the programming was set though.
For sure. Yeah, big time. Yeah. Which we are rewiring it now.
That's right.
And it's not hard to rewire. We do fun things like this. Right?
Yeah.
It's all about consistency over and over again. What about you, Olivia?
I think there's two things for me. That rhyme certainly helps. because I think a lot of us go through food guilt when we overeat, or again, childhood sort of build up of parents saying, clean up your plate, don't waste food. Think of the kids in Africa. I don't know how we're helping by finishing off our food. If you watch this comedian, it's just so funny when he talks about how everyone has that, that parent who said,
Yes.
finish up your food, think about the kids in Africa. And he's like, I'm eating and I'm eating. And it's like, now I'm fat. And
Yeah.
how is that helping African kids? So hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good. So back to what you were saying, good feast, be at peace, especially coming up to Christmas. I think that would help a lot.
Yeah.
And I've sort of started practicing. I don't know, it's like unintentionally in a way when I go out and have like a meal with colleagues or friends. And when I don't finish my meal, I always think about my kids. Oh, yeah, Zara would love this or Aiden would love this. And I tend to not eat as much. I'll have half because I know, okay, that's half a portion. There'll be enough for, my kids to have another meal. So it helps in that way, in
Sure.
portion size, because you tend to eat a lot more when you're out because it's there. And yeah, so that's my take on what I've learned.
You're thinking about your little ones.
Yeah.
Not just your little you.
Yeah, that's that too. Yeah.
Love it. Cool. Well, ladies, you guys have learned some things, right? But the process of learning is about changing behavior. That's the key thing. That's when you truly know that you've learned. So the stuff that we've learned today, we get put in the same condition of like we get stress, whatever it may be. It's all about changing the behavior. So you got to do the rhyme or you do the time, right? So you got to do that. I know, dad jokes. So yes, so practice those tools, and